Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Wicked Art. It's Wicked here, and it is Tiny Tuesday. So we are going to draw ourselves. Remember, these are for our younger audiences. Again, I just want to start off by saying thank you for us getting up to 120 subscribers. That's awesome. But today, for Tiny Tuesday, we're going to be drawing Patrick Star from SpongeBob. Okay? So, first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to establish a rounded cone shape. So what do I mean by rounded? Just what I'm doing right here. Okay? So I'm going to take this rounded cone shape and go down this way with it. Okay? And then I'm just going to kind of cone it off on the bottom. Okay? The next thing I'm going to do, and I'm going to darken mine up just a little bit, just so that you guys can see it better. You can keep it light so that when you need to erase, you can erase. Okay? So next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to establish my eyes. So I'm going to draw a circle for my eyeball. Okay? Now we're going to make him doing something a little bit silly. So we are going to make the other one a little bit bigger. Okay, but I do want it to go outside of my head. Alright, so I'm going to just erase that out, and we are going to round this part just a little bit more, like that. Okay. Then I'm just going to simply put a dot in the center there, and a dot in the center there. Okay? Now, cool part is about Patrick is he does not have a nose, so we don't have to worry about drawing it. Okay? So we're going to put this big, huge, open mouth. Doing typical Patrick things with the way he reacts to stuff. Okay, so I'm just going to draw that around. And we're going to erase that. Okay, I'm just going to leave that there for now. Alright, next thing I want to do is we're going to come right down here and go a little bit farther. Okay, I want to make sure that's not connecting anymore. Okay, and then we want to draw his belly in here. Again, I don't want these to be connected either. Okay, so we're going to draw his belly by just arching like this. Okay, and then I'm going to come down here around the mouth, and we are going to draw in one of his arms. So I'm just going to kind of like arch down like this, and then we're just going to curve it around. And we're just going to connect that right to the head. Okay? Sorry, it's a little too sketchy for my liking. Okay. So now I'm going to come down here, right to the hand. Okay, we're going to come just a little bit, and then just so it looks like he's sitting on the ground, we're going to round out and add a bit of squish to it so that it looks like he's sitting. Okay, so now let's come over here to the belly. I want to come to this part here, and I'm just going to arch over. Okay, I'm going to continue over to the other side here, like that, and just bring that over. Okay, so now that I have my belly somewhat established here, let's do this. Let's come up a little bit more. Let's just go this way. So we can take this and round this way a little bit with it. So I'm just going to clean up inside right there. A little bit of that. Okay. And then what I want to do is we're going to establish his shorts. So I'm going to kind of come out from here like this. So I'm going to make this kind of like a little hook shape right here. Okay. And then I'm going to draw those shorts down like this. And just connect right here. Alright. And I'm going to take that back this way. Do a little cross in front, a little bit of the foot right here, but we'll add to that later. But we do want to come back this way. Okay, so I'm going to come back and we're going to round like this. Okay, and I'm just going to come right underneath it and we're going to turn that back this way, and then that'll run right into that squished bottom that we drew. Okay, so that means I can erase this back a little just so it looks like that. Alright, so I can bring out my foot. If you really want to call that a foot, it's just really a rounded shape. We come over here and we'll do the same thing. Round ourselves a little foot. Okay. Now we do want to establish a little bit of the shorts right here. So let's bring that up some more. Let's go back like here. We'll go like that. Alright, now I do want to get like a little waistband line going. So what I'm going to do is not break my pencil. We're going to go all the way across like that. Okay. Now I do want a little bit of the arm to show right there. Okay. And then we'll do that little, he's got like a little puzzle piece looking pants on. At least that's the way patterns look on his clothes. So we'll go ahead and refine that. Okay, I'll come down here to his pants over here and do another one. Just kind of disappears underneath. Let's go ahead and refine this whole bottom area. So what I mean by refine is we're just going to go back over and trace over our lines. Just so they're not as sketchy anymore. Okay, so that means I can clean up all the sketchy lines in there. And if you happen to accidentally erase your lines, that's fine. Just go back and just refine it again. Okay, and then we'll see a little bit of it right here for that pattern. Again, we're just going to go ahead and refine this whole bottom area. Oops. Let's bring that out. Like that. Okay. Again, any of the sketchiness that you see, just erase that out, just so it looks nice and clean. So I can do the same thing here. I can start refining my line work. Just so it looks nice and solid and not as sketchy. So you get rid of a lot of those sketchy lines as you go through. Okay. Same thing here. Just going to refine our way up to the eyes and then clean out any of the sketchiness. Now, yes, could I just sit here and show you how to draw a single straight line and just draw the picture? Yes. But then you wouldn't be learning how to do it yourself. You're just learning to memorize lines as opposed to building with actual shapes. Okay? So get in the habit of sketching and going through this process. It may seem like it's tedious, but if you actually want to learn how to draw, you need to learn to build these shapes and not base everything off of just straight line work. It's not going to help you improve. It's just a good little follow along, I guess you will, with no benefit to you. Okay, so we're going to refine this mouth shape. I'm just going to trace over that. Okay, so I got that. Now what I want to do is we want to establish the inside of the mouth. So let's come down in here in this area. Let's give him a tongue. So I'm just going to draw in this way, right? And then I'm just going to hump out another one like that. Okay, I'm going to curve back. I'm going to draw in his uvula just like that. Okay, so what we'll do is, just so it stands out more, we're just going to color that in black. Now if you want to color your picture, you can just grab your black colored pencil and just go ahead and do it that way. But I'm just going to color it in with my pencil. So what I would suggest, if you want to learn to be able to, like, you know, draw your favorite characters and stuff, start doing like we did. Break it down by shape, see how he's built, how he's made, stuff like that. Okay, I'm going to do some hatching. Okay, so just one straight set of lines. I'm going to do some hatching inside the mouth, just for that little bit of extra depth in there. Okay, see how it gives us some depth to work with. Okay, now I'm going to go through his body, and we're going to put these little you know, the little holes that he has on his body, little actually, we need to do a belly button. Let's come down here and do a belly button. But he's got those little, like, dimples or whatever all over his body. Give a little bit of a hint of the bottom part of the lip right there. Okay, do a couple more dots. So remember, you don't want to go all crazy and do, you know, polka dots everywhere. It'd look kind of weird. Okay. So again, this last step I'm going to do is just something that I like to do with my images, and those of you who've been watching know I like to thicken up the outside edge to just make it pop more. And if you stick around, I'm going to draw in some bubbles, and then maybe you can learn kind of like a 2-for-1 special. I'm going to show you how to do bubbles while we're in here. Since he's underwater, I'll put a couple bubbles floating around him. Alright, but but see how I'm just thickening up the edge, just the outside, not the inside. Okay, so I'm just going to go around my image. And while I'm doing that, again, if you like what you're seeing, you like the Monday art lessons or the Tuesday, you have suggestions for what you want to see. So like Tiny Tuesdays is reserved for more like, younger audience, but don't get me wrong, practice is practice. So even as an adult drawing this stuff, it's good to think of it like a warm-up, a morning warm-up for you. But if you have a suggestion for like a child's cartoon character kind of thing you want to see drawn, or an animal or something like that we can make simple, let me know in the comments. Y'all gotta remember, I'm not psychic. I don't know what you guys want to see. I'm just going along and coming up with ideas as I go, but I'm hoping I don't ever run out of ideas. But y'all can help me out. You can help me out by, first of all, leaving a comment and telling me what you want to see more of. Okay, and that goes for any video, whether it's the Monday art lesson, Tiny Tuesdays, Fridays, the digital Wednesday art lessons. You gotta let me know in the comments so I can make sure I can cover it for you. Second of all, subscribe to the channel. That way you get notified when I have new stuff. You don't have to come searching for me in the bottomless abyss of YouTube art videos. But in all seriousness though, I do need your help as far as letting me know what you want to see more of. So please leave a comment, and that would be great. Like, share, subscribe, do all that stuff. If not, it's cool. You just came here to learn how to draw Patrick from SpongeBob. That's awesome too. Now I'm just going to refine this mouth again real quick, just so it stands out just a little bit more. Okay, so for bubbles, right? So if I come in here and I draw a circle, right? What I can do is we can put these white reflections on here. Okay. So I can go around, again, thicken up my edge so it matches the rest of the picture. But when it comes to bubbles, you can either leave it like this, you could just make it, a circle with a little bit of a reflection on it, and you could leave it white, or if you wanted to, you could come in here and you could, my pencil will cooperate, you can come in here and you could lightly sketch the inside, just kind of fill it in with a light gray. So I'm barely pressing on the paper. It kind of looks like chicken scratch if you zoom in on it. You can leave it looking like that. Another thing you can do is sometimes you have bubbles within bubbles, right? That they're connected to each other. So you could do it like that. And then again, you can just add in these reflections. And then just color them in if you want to. Color them in blue if you got colored pencils or whatever. Okay, so let me darken up these lines so you can see them a little bit. And that's the other thing too. I'm going to be getting looking into getting a camera here so we can get some better quality looking videos, but I can only work with what I got right now. Okay, so got a bubble there. Let's do another big bubble here. I can make one in the back over here, and then one down here on the side. Who knows what's going on with Patrick and why there's all these bubbles. I'll let you make that up on your own. Make your own guess. But I'm going to put my little reflections in, color in around it. Thicken up my edges so it matches the rest of the picture. A couple more reflections on here. This one's going to have a little bit of a bigger one. Maybe a little circle underneath it just for extra. Okay, again I'm going to come in here and match my picture. And thicken up the outside edge. And then just come in here, lightly shade it in. Remember, go around the white areas. And that's gonna do it for our Patrick. Okay? So, I hope you had fun. I hope you learned something. Good Lord, I messed up my whole signature. Started drawing a star. Probably because I'm thinking of Patrick. But yeah, I hope you learned something. I hope you had fun. Again, remember to like and subscribe and leave a comment and let me know what you want to see more of. Until next time, keep sketching. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.